Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions. It's in partnership with our local school districts. We'd like to thank all of our local sponsors also who make these live athletic streams possible, and we would ask that you support their businesses when you can. I'm Terry Ross along with Mikkel, coming to you live from Lithia and Driveway Fields in Medford, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore game of the week. We get set for a baseball matchup between the Sheldon Irish and the South Medford Panthers. Coverage today is brought to you by Table Rock Sports, Oregon's leading provider of live high school athletic streams, through our Lithia Superstore Game Center at TableRockSports.net. And we'd like to say welcome to our home and visiting fans. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know that you appreciate their support. And we also invite you to subscribe to the Table Rock Sports YouTube channel. And we'd like to say thank you. I just saw a note today to the over 4,900 fans who have already done that. It's time for the Abby's Pizza pregame show with locations to serve you throughout Southern Oregon. Make Abby's Pizza your post-game stop. With a menu that covers all your family favorites, Abby's is an Oregon post-game tradition since the 1970s. We'll see you after the game at Abby's. We'll look at Sheldon first here before we take a break. Sheldon is struggling a little bit here at this point in the season. They lost everything. Okay, we'll just start over. They come into this game on a 4-game losing streak. They're at 3-5-1 overall, 0-3 in conference play, having lost to Willamette. Willamette sweeping them aside 3 games to none in that 3-game series. Probably no shame there, as Willamette's expected to basically win this thing, but I don't know, maybe they're going to have a bit of a challenge coming out of here from South Medford. Meanwhile, South Medford is going the other direction. Well, that doesn't work out. Let me back up here. How do we have... hold on here now. That's an interesting thing. We've got them at the wrong spot here. South Medford. I'll just back out of this and we'll do it a different way. South Medford comes into the game. I'm trying to do 3 things at the same time as I normally am when we start these broadcasts. South Medford, meanwhile, is going the other direction, and it's a good thing. They have won their last 5 in a row. They started conference play by taking care of South Eugene. They swept them aside 3 games to none. Or South Eugene struggling, and according to their coach, they may struggle all season long. So, we'll take that into consideration. I will say this, that right now South Medford is probably playing the soft end of the conference schedule, and that they've have Sheldon here, who's struggling, 0-3 in conference. They'll have Grants Pass coming up next week. Not this weekend, but next week. They'll do their 3-game series with Grants Pass, and Grants Pass is still looking for a conference win. But after that, the Panthers are going to get into it. They've got Roseburg, North Medford, Willamette. That's kind of the top of the conference. We'll find out at that point what South Medford is made out of. But for the moment, the Panthers are doing what you need to do. That is, if you have the teams that are at the bottom end, you beat them. That's what you do. Get wins, because you're going to need them in a real hurry. They're the aim after Grants Pass. They got 3 with Willamette, 3 with Roseburg, 3 with North Medford, and then a couple of non-leaguers to end the season. But let me tell you what, that's going to be a bit of a gauntlet beginning about the middle of the month, the 20th of the month there, and they will be working that one out really good. So we'll see what South Medford is made out of, I guess, as the season moves along. Right now, as you can see out on the field, the umpires and the coaches are meeting at home plate for their typical pregame meeting to go over the ground rules here. This is a pretty big ballpark for a high school team. the left field fence. Well, I was going to say that tell you what it was, but I don't even have the signs out there and posting anymore to tell me how deep anything is. But it's a pretty deep ballpark. If I remember right off the top of my head from last year when I saw some of the signs, it's like almost 400 feet out to dead center field. So it's a gigantic park. Lots of doubles available if you can get it over the outfielder's head. And we'll see if that can happen. The reason that South Medford is where they are is because of pitching, as we talk about hitting it over the fielder's head. It is a matter of they've had some great pitching, especially against South Eugene to get this started. But in this 5-game winning streak, they've had some excellent pitching. And we talked to the coach before the game against South Eugene that was here last Tuesday. And we were talking about all of this, and he was talking about how his team is becoming more disciplined, playing better defense, pitching is coming around, and they're doing a better job out on the base paths. Not nearly as many mistakes, but they're just having a great start to a season, and they hope to continue that against the Irish. And of course the Irish looking to maybe sneak out with a win today. They'd be really happy with that because that would really help their cause. Abby's Pizza pregame show is brought to you by Abby's Pizza. They have locations to serve you throughout Southern Oregon. Make Abby's Pizza your post-game stop with a menu that covers all your family favorites. Abby's is an Oregon post-game tradition since the 1970s. We'll see you after the game at Abby's. When we return, it will be time for baseball on the Lithia Superstore. Game of the day coming to you this afternoon from Lithia and Driveway Fields on TableRockSports.net.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grand.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. Guess it's really not night, day. We spend all of our time saying night until we get to the baseball season, and then it's day. Bad habits continue to follow us. Out on the mound for South Medford is going to be Maximus Ely. And Ely pitched against South Eugene last Tuesday when we were here. And managed to hold them to like a couple of runs, and they South Medford got the 10-run win over South Eugene on Tuesday. Actually, all 3 games ended up being by the mercy rule, the 10-run rule, and against them. So, in addition to some really good pitching, they have the ability, did the Panthers, to also hit the baseball pretty good. I don't think we've got the rest of the lineups yet. Well, we'll do our best to get them to you here as quickly as we can. So leading off, Cam Thomas, the leadoff batter for Sheldon. Ely's ready to come now with the opening pitch. And that opening pitch is strike 1. And ball 1. I tried to get a swing out of that, but there's nothing doing there. Strike 2. It's 1-2. Now when this is 2-2. And we're at still at 2-2 here. That's inside. 3-2. So Thomas trying to work his way around to getting a walk here to open things up. And he does. No, strike 3. Yeah, you that listen to me often enough know that if you take one step towards first base on a 3-2 count, that's going to be called a strike. I don't think that that's necessarily true. I don't think that's an umpire's philosophy, but it seems that way for sure. That brings up Chad Turner, who looks at ball 1. The 1-0. Ball 2. That one comes in high. Another spectacular day here in the Rogue Valley. Temperatures up in the 70s. Marvelous baseball weather. Swing and a miss. And we're at 2-1. 1 away. That's going to go foul down the left field line. 2-2. That comes in low. 3-2. Douglas is behind the plate. Johannes is over at first base for the Panthers. Strike 3. Sheldon's going to have to learn to quit taking that step towards first base on 3-2. Jackson, Detzer. You want to say that with an S. You want to go Jackson, and it's not. It's Jackson. Detzer with 2 out at the plate. As send that right down to Johannes, who will step on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for South Medford. We head to the bottom of the first on the John L. Scott scoreboard. There is no score. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night. Early day is, we should say, on TableRockSports.net. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning. And no score. Up first for South Medford, Keegan Painter.
Number 13, Keegan Painter.
Painter will... He's the shortstop in this game. See if he can't get things going. He did last Tuesday when we were here. There's strike one. There's a swing and a miss. And there's one that's out to center field. It's going to get down, too. Not able to get there was Turner. Also giving chase was Leon, the shortstop. But either one of them were going to get to that one. Easton Douglas, today's catcher for the Panthers. Let's see if he can't move Painter around. He'll line one into right field. He certainly will. Painter's going to get to second base, and that'll be it. But first pitch swinging there by Douglas. Got him going right away. Dalton Rutgers. We'll see if he can't keep things going here with 2 outs, 2 on. Outside, ball 1. Out on the mound is Thomas. Wouldn't say he's looking to. There's ball 2. Wouldn't say he's trying to work out of a jam just yet, but when you have 2 on and nobody out, you're close to getting yourself into a jam. Now he's got a 2-0 count to Rutgers. He delivers. Rutgers looks at ball 3. You're a pitch away from officially being in a jam. I can tell you that. If you park one down the middle, it's going to probably go out into the outfield. Strike one. Rutgers didn't even offer at it, just taking that one all the way. Foul it away. 3-2. I trust when they do that car sound, that's yours, not mine. I don't know where Malik parked. Somewhere. I know where I parked. Whoa, that's a line right back up the center. And here comes Painter. He's coming around second, around third, and he will score. Steaming into third base is Douglas. And down at first base with the RBI single is Rutgers. Jedediah Robertson at the plate. It's a 1-0 game already in favor of the Panthers. Three hits on the afternoon for South Medford. First and third, nobody out. Thomas ready to deal. There's strike one. I'll tell you what, that one by Rutgers, Thomas was lucky to get out of the way of that one, man. That just went soaring right past him over second base. Throw to first, but nothing going there. Timeout by the official. Let everybody get reset again. Strike two. So an 0-2 count on Robertson. Thomas looking for an out. A strikeout from his perspective would be wonderful. Better than a ground out even. Foul back. We'll stay at 0-2. A race is on to get the baseball. Wasn't much of a race. The umpire decided just let the player do it. That's fine. Fouled out of play again. A long at bat here by Robertson. And a steal. Ooh, there's strike three for the first out.
Number 3, Randy Patrick.
Getting down to second base, I thought maybe they're going to call batter interference. Is Rutgers, but they did not call batter interference, and now Sheldon is out there to make that same point. Catcher couldn't even get a throw off. I don't think Sheldon's going to win this argument at all. There's not even going to be a consultation. Well, now there is going to be a consultation out there with the other officials. Yeah. So South Medford fans, if I'm trying to be honest with you and tell you really what happened is, from our perspective up here, it looked exactly like that might have been batter interference. Fans, our sponsors make it possible to bring you our spring sports coverage. We'd like to say thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi, who is our title sponsor again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. They are your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. Before or after the game? Oh, safe. We'll hold that thought about before and after the game. So now they'll discuss it one more time with calling the catcher. So no batter interference. That gets us to Randy Patrick, who squares the bunt, puts one down. They're going to come to home. They got the pickle. There's nowhere for anybody to go, so he's going to have to sacrifice himself. And out is Douglas.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Max Ely.
Mac Ely at the plate, also the pitcher, so he would love to get a hit. We have first and second and 2 away. That bunt just a little bit too close to the pitcher's mound. And Thomas was able to pick it up and throw it home. And in a bit of a rundown. They got the runner. There's ball 1. Ely looks at ball 2. Safe. Back at first base is Patrick. That's fouled back. Just trying to protect the plate a little bit there that time. Swing and a miss. We'll take it to 2-2. Thomas steps off. Taking a long time. Yeah, now Ely wants timeout. Long time out there that last time. Now Thomas set, delivers. And going down to second base is Patrick. And taking ball 3 is Ely. 3-2 count. First, or make that second and third now. With 2 away. A little more dangerous situation for Thomas and the Irish. Outside. We're going to load them up.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 15, Brady Clark.
Brady Clark will step in there. Also coming into pinch run is Brody Roberts. Running for Ely. Clark with the bases loaded and 2 away. Thomas has thrown 22 pitches in this first inning. There's a swing and a miss. Roberts looking to line one somewhere in fair territory where there is not a player. Ball one. Sheldon would be thrilled to get out of this with only 1 run scored against them. We had runners over at third base almost the whole inning. Okay, there's one. Shot to third. Going to step on the bag. And that will be that. We'll be back with the second inning as we do on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's South Medford 1, Sheldon nothing. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Now batting for the Irish, number 22, Andrew Roadman. Now batting for the Irish, number 15, Chase Collins. Now batting for the Irish, number 7, Jose Leon.
So we return with 2 outs. Sorry about all that, but we're able to at least see the action. Going back into right field and grabbing that is Clark. We go to the bottom of the second now as we do. It's still a 1-0 lead for South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Brothers and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Brothers supports the communities that support them. And for over 30 years, there is no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 4, Cole Johannes.
Cole Johannes. Or Hanis. I've heard it pronounced a number of ways now, so I'm not sure. I'll have to go over to the PEA guy and get that one squared away, I guess, with me. There's ball 1, no. I pronounced it Johannes the last time on Tuesday, as he looks at ball 2, and they were pronouncing it Johannes, but I think it should be Johannes. That's what I think. Strike 1. But I'll go ask the PA guy here after the inning's over. Let's see if we can get that squared away for real. Swing and a miss. I don't even the count out. There's out number 1.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 6, Grady Clark.
Grady Clark at the plate. For most of these, this is their first time up. Well, we're not really referring to what else is going on. Clark is the right fielder today, and he'll look at strike 1. South Medford had a chance to get to Thomas in the first inning, and to Thomas's credit, they didn't. There's ball 1. And now we're getting to where maybe he's settled down a little bit, and it's going to get even tougher to get to him. There's a high pop-up. Taking that is Tubbs. 2 away.
Now heading to the Panthers, number 13, Keegan Painter.
Painter comes back to the plate. Painter is 1 for 1. Had a single his first time up. As we get back to the top of the order, hey, look at ball 1. As we said on the pregame here as we were waiting for the game to get started, this is a pretty big ballpark for high school. You get it over the outfielder's head and you've got at least 2. There's ball 2. If you can get it over the center fielder's head out there at one of those gaps, I don't know, you could possibly get an inside the park home run. There's that much territory. Ball 3. Painter has it going his way, 3-0. There's ball 4. A 2-out walk for South Medford. Douglas will come to the plate. Douglas is also 1 for 1. He too has a single. And he'll look at ball 1 and going down to second base is Painter, and he's in. So the Panthers have obviously feel like they can run at will. There's a line shot down the right field line. That's going to get all the way to the fence. Here comes Painter. He's around third. He's in to score. Heading out for third is Douglas. Douglas slides. He's there. An RBI triple for Douglas. He just smoked that one down the right field line.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 1, Dalton Rutgers.
Dalton Rutgers. He is 1 for 1. I believe he had a double. Nope, I'm wrong. He had a single. Harris struck 1. Thomas is ready now with the 0-1. That's foul. We'll go 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Thomas outside. 1-2. Rutgers looking to send it somewhere. He pops it straight up, giving chase, and running out of room is calling. Detzler was also over there to take a look at it from his first base position, but neither one could get there. Still a 1-2 count. Outside. 2-2. Foul back. That'll go ahead and make its way into the stands. Still a 2-2. Swing and a miss. That will end the inning. We head to the top of 3. As we do, it's now South Medford 2. Sheldon, nothing on the John L. Scott scoreboard, with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Now batting for the Irish, number 8, Keaton Welch.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on TableRockSports.net. And we're going to pull off a little magic as at the plate is Welch. Keaton Welch. Sheldon Welch has a 1-1 count on him. That's strike 2. As that one catches the inside corner. That's outside. 2-2. Bear with me just a moment. Trying to prove that I have a few technical skills. Well, that's not good. Don't maybe have as many technical skills as I thought I had. The 3-2 is popped straight up, giving chase out there and getting to it is Rutgers from his second base position.
For the Irish, number 17, Eli Wallace.
Eli Wallace will step in and see what he can get done for the Irish. 4 hits so far for South Medford. Don't want to jinx Mr. Eli, but no hits so far for the Irish. On a swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. Wallace finds himself in the hole. 0-2. And here's strike 3. 2 away.
Now batting for the Irish, number 11, Bo Travis.
Bo Travis. His first appearance at the plate. I'll take ball 1. There's a grounder. Painter has it. Spins. Fires to first. Not in time. It gets away, but right there. Ooh, almost got him on the throwback. Right there was Douglas to grab it. But not quite in time for the throwback. Thomas will step in. He's 0 for 1. That is the first hit of the day for Sheldon. That seems a fair hit. No matter how great of a play Painter would have made, I don't think he was going to get him. There's a throw over, but that won't do much. Wallace back pretty easy that time. I'll make it Travis back easy, not Wallace. There's another throw over, but Travis is there again. This one goes outside, throw down to first, but Travis back one more time. The 1-0 fouled away. 1-1. Another throw over. Travis is safe again. There's a shot that's going to get by Painter. It'll get Travis to second base. It'll get Thomas down to first and second, 2 away.
Now batting for the Irish, number 1, Chad Turner.
Turner, also a 0 for 1. Let's see if he can get to Eli. Struck out his first time up. Eli wanted a different baseball. Out there rubbing that one up. There's strike. Oh, ball 1. 1-0 on Turner. Now this is Sheldon's opportunity to do something, even though there's 2 outs. Fouled away. We'll go 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Eli. Inside. 2-1. Thomas has a lead. Travis out at second base. That's where Eli's looking right now. But he comes homeward. And that's swatted out to right field. But right there for it is Clark. And that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it is still a 2-run lead for South Medford as they lead it 2-0. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. We're back with the Lithia Superstore game of the day. Can't get my computer to cooperate with me today. There we go.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 9, Jedi Robertson.
Robertson. He fouls the first one off. Now we are at 0-1. And a swing and a miss, and Robertson finds himself in the hole. 0-2. Now it's down to third base. Welch picks it up and fires over to first. And there is one away.
Number 3, Randy Patrick.
Patrick swings and misses at the first one. And looks at ball one. The 1-1 pitch misses. 2-1. Out. Nope. Strike. Got ahead of the umpire on that one. So Patrick has it 2-2 with one away and nobody on. Thomas ready to go. Hits Batman. Hit the bat. They're calling it a foul ball. He wants a 3-2 count. 3-2 count. Okay. Well, it looked like it hit Patrick. Swing and a miss. 2 down.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Max Seeley.
Fouled away. 0-2. Ely trying to. Well, he's trying to get on bases. Yeah, bases are empty at the moment. He has a walk. That's ball one. The 1-2. Strike 3. The inning is over. Ahead to the top of 4. It's still a 2-run lead for the Panthers on the John L. Scott scoreboard, with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Hot pizza without breaking the bank? We've got you. At Abby's, get 2 personal pizzas for just $20. Pick your toppings, mix and match, make it yours. 2 for $20 at Abby's. Share something legendary.
Contractors know where to get the best deals on flooring for your home. And they'll tell you, no frills flooring. Southern Oregon's factory direct leader for hardwood, waterproof plank, laminate, carpet, and tile from the brands you trust. Get budget-friendly flooring from Cortec and Shaw today. Go to nofrillsflooring.com/deals. Isn't it time you save like a contractor? No Frills Flooring. Warehouse selection and factory direct savings for contractors and you too. Ross Anley Drive, Medford.
Craving hot pizza without breaking the bank? We've got you. At Abby's, get 2 personal pizzas for just $20. Pick your toppings, mix and match, make it yours. 2 for $20 at Abby's. Share something legendary.
We're back for the top of the 4th inning on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net. 2-0 lead for the Panthers. They scored 1 in the first, scored 1 in the second. and should have had a whole lot more in both innings. Had the bases loaded in the first inning and came away with just one run. They had runners at third base a number of times in the second inning and managed to come away with only one run. There's a left it out to center field where Turner is at. All right, it is not Turner. I haven't switched it over yet. Underneath it, easily Nash out there to grab that for the South Medford Panthers. Detzler will be at the plate. That is not Mr. Detzler. The Detzler just flew out. It's Rodman. And Rodman looks at ball one, I believe. Swing and a miss, and we're at 1-1. Out to Painter at short. Fires over to first. 2 away.
Now batting for the Irish, number 15, Chase Collins.
Looks like we have a Chase Calling at the plate. Hey, he'll take ball one. There's strike one. That's 1-1 to Calling. 2-1. Foul ball. The 2-2 coming up from Ely. Ball 3. There's one that's going to get out into center field right over second base. That grounder will put Calling on at first.
Now batting for the Irish, number 7, Jose Leon.
Leon batting next. I see what the problem is with Calling's number here. He's wearing 22, but on the roster he's listed as number 15. Whatever. Leon at the plate. Hey, he'll pop one right out to second base. Backing up is Nash. Hey, he's got it to end the inning. To the bottom of 4. As we do, South Medford holds on to that slim lead. 2-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard, with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
As we head to the bottom of the fourth, South Medford 2 on 4 hits. Sheldon has 3 hits, but no runs. And neither side has committed an error. Clark, the left fielder, will lead it off for South Medford.
Number 15, Brady Clark.
Pretty quick moving game today, really. There's ball 1. We started at 4:30. Here it is an hour later, and we've played 4.5. That's fouled away. 0-2. Strike 3. No? 2. I was ahead. It was a 1-2 count. Or 1-1 count. Now 1-2. We'll get straightened out yet. And that's going to be out to the shorts. Pick it up. Fire to first. And handling that nicely was Leon. 1 away.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 4, Cole Johannes.
Johannes is the way they're pronouncing it today. That's the way we're going to pronounce it. Johannes. Which just makes sense. That's what it looks like. Johannes is 0 for 1. Struck out. First time he was at the plate. Sends this one out to left field. A couple steps back, a couple steps in. And Roadman has it for the second out.
Number 6, Grady Clark.
Clark, who is 0 for 1. All right, out to second base, 2 hops, and over to first and Culling. Make sure that that's the way it ends. We go to the top of 5. It's still a 2-run lead for South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard, with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Now batting for the Irish, number 8, Keaton Welch.
Welch will lead things off for the Sheldon Irish here in inning number 5. He'll foul it right back to get things started rather quickly. Oh for 1 is what Welch is for the day. Outside, 1-1. That misses. 2-1. Welch started to swing, but was able to hold up. Strike 2. Right down the middle that time. And there's strike 3. 1 away.
Now batting for the Irish, number 17, Eli Wallace.
Ely has, that last pitch, throwing 55 pitches. There's a grounder out to Painter. It's going to get underneath, though, and out to first base. And standing at first base will be Wallace.
Batting for the Irish, number 11, Bo Travis.
Bo Travis will be at the plate. Travis is 1 for 1, having a hit, just a single. Right now, Sheldon would settle for a single. Instead, we'll get a foul back and we'll start at 0-1. Throw over and getting back relatively easily that time was Welch. There's a shot right over the umpire's head out into center field.
Now batting for the Irish, number 2, Cam Thomas.
Thomas is at the plate. One for 2. Has a hit. Struck out. All of a sudden 2-1 now for the Irish here in the 5th. There's ball 1. Swing and a miss. We'll go to 1-1. And 1-2. These two teams will meet again Saturday up in Eugene, providing the weather's decent. Weatherman's not. Ball 2 there. Weatherman's not too hopeful for good weather over the weekend. Not in Eugene or down here. We've got a few hours, a few days. We'll see if they change their mind before we get that far. There's a swing and a miss. 2 away.
Now batting for the Irish, number 1, Chad Turner.
Turner. Let's see what he can get done. He's 0 for 2. One of those is a strikeout. Strike 1.
We'll take 3 of them up here.
There's a bouncer Out to first. Oh, no, they're going to throw it away. And coming in to score is Wallace. And getting all the way over to third base is Travis. At first base is Turner. It's now a 2-1 game. Let's see how they score all of that. They made it an error. And now 5 hits for Sheldon. They've got a 1-1 count on Detzler, the lefty. And you can still pick up one more. Travis standing down at third base. Swing and a miss. I don't think that Detzler is going to be thinking about bunting, however. Not in the 3 spot. I'll look for him to hit it somewhere. The 1-2 from Eli. Foul ball. Headed down for second was Turner. See if South Medford adjust their thinking. Sometimes what you do is you come back with a fastball and see if that runner over at first still wants to try and steal. There's a throw over, but not nearly in time. It's outside. 2-2. Detzler waiting on the 2-2 pitch from Ely. Here it comes, and that's going to get past out into right field. Another run will score, and it's a 2-2 game.
Now adding to the Irish, number 22, Andrew Rodman.
And that might be it for Mr. Ely. There's been no movement yet to replace him. That doesn't mean much. Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. We're going to hang right in there with the pitching as it is. Turner down at second. Detzler is at first. Rodman at the plate for the Sheldon Irish, who have tied it up here. Top of 5. Right. That would be 1. Guess I can't start him with a 2-2 count, can't I? I can try. I won't get very far. Here's the 0-1 though from Ely. Fouled away. 0-2. Ely a long look back to second base. Still looking. Now everybody wants time. I don't know how much they think about it at the high school level, but at the professional level, you'll see them do that just to disrupt the batter's sense of timing. Ooh, that's lined into center field right over Ely's head. Here comes Turner, and he's there. And Sheldon still has first and second. Now they've taken a 3-2 lead. 7 hits. And calling. Looks at ball 1. South Medford all of a sudden has themselves in the trouble they had been trying to get Sheldon into. There's the 1 to third. Hop, tag him out. And that will end the inning, but not before Sheldon puts 3 on the board and takes a 3-2 lead on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes, parents,
Community members.
anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 3-2 lead now for Sheldon after they put a 3 spot up there in the top of the 5th. And getting to Mr. Eli. Although he finished the inning, we'll see what that means. Trying to see who's catching for
Now batting for the Panthers, number
the
13, Keegan Taylor.
Sheldon Irish. With the catcher's gear on, it's really difficult to tell. I thought they had Chase Calling out at second base. Well then, gotta figure out who's out at second base, because something's wrong here. Anyway, doesn't make any difference. The first pitch is down low, ball 1 to Painter. Inside, 2-0. You know, I'm looking at here now, they've got Calling, it says out at second, but that's ball 3. That certainly looks like 15 behind the plate. Well, that is. That looks like Keaton Welch is out at second base. Nope, they say he's at third. Well, I'll keep working on it. There's ball 4. Painter will take the leadoff walk with gratefulness.
Number 8, Easton Douglas.
Douglas. So now we need a number for who's out at third base, because something is off. That's outside. Ball 1. And that will call for a team meeting at the mound. I'm going to take a moment here instead of saying much. Try to figure out who's out at third base. Number 6 would be, well, it says Travis, but Travis is not number 6. Well, we're ready to go, so I still don't have it all figured out. I can't quite see his number on there on third base, but well, that doesn't make any difference. Douglas is going to step in. There's one on and nobody out on a 1-0 count. They're staying with Thomas, are the Irish. And there's one sliced right out to short. They're going to step on second over to first, double play. And that's the way you handle that. Rutgers. He is 1 for 2, has an RBI. Ball 1. That's fouled away. That's outside. 2-1. The 2-1. Strike 2. 2-2. Ball 3. Calling tried to frame it. There, I think we got everybody the right way now for Sheldon. Popped up. Calling pursuing. Calling will run out of room. We'll stay at 3-2. The 3-2 outside. And the 2-out walk
Batting for the Panthers,
will get a runner around at first base. Robertson 0 for 2. Struck out once. See if he can extend the inning. Back pretty easily that time is Rutgers. Strike 1. 0-1 on Robertson. Looking for his first hit today. Again, Rutgers is back pretty easily. Foul down the right field line, but nobody's getting to that. They're really working at getting Rutgers. Trying to catch him off guard, but so far nothing doing there outside. 1-1. Make it 1-2. Getting back, but nothing going really. And that's popped up. Yelling for it and grabbing it is Leon. We head to the bottom or the top of 6 as we do. Sheldon leads it by 1 on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on TableRockSports.net. Sheldon and South Medford going at it. We're in the top of the 6th. This is now a 3-2 lead for Sheldon. They scored 5 in the 5th inning. Let's try that again. They scored 3 in the 5th inning. I heard a singer talking about a song he was singing. He got the words mixed up. He ended up saying he had shoes on his table and food on his feet. I can assure you that it doesn't work out well. And there's pitch number 1 to, well, that's not, I got the wrong roster up there. There's a 1-1 count now to Leon. Yeah, take ball 2. The 2-1 outside. 3-1. Has a shot right to Painter. Grabs it on the fly. 1 away.
Now batting for the Irish, number 8, Eaton Welch.
That'll bring up Welch for the Irish. 0 for 2. He'll launch one out to left field. Chases Clark. It's going to get over Clark's head, though. It's going to get all the way to the wall. They're going to get it back into Painter, and they'll hold Welch to a double.
Now batting for the Irish, number 17, Eli Wallace.
Wallace will be the batter. We're going to have a pinch runner for Welch.
Barry Miles now running for the Irish.
Barry Miles the pinch runner. Let's see if they can get a little more speed out there. One away. A runner out at second base for the Irish is Wallace. Prepare. Nope. Eli's going to step off. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Strike two. There is one out. Let's see if we can get a second out right here. Nope. Painter catching the line drive to begin the inning. The 1-2 fouled away. We'll stay at 1-2. Swing and a foul. Ely's throwing 86 pitches to this moment. Number 87 on the way. Swung on and missed for the second out.
Now batting for the Irish, number 11, Bo Travis.
Number 11, Travis. Trying to keep the inning going for the Irish. Fouled away. Outside. 1-1. At this point, how many pitches Eli makes till he gets up to about 100 really doesn't make a lot of difference. The number of days he has to rest are going to be pretty much the same. There's a fake throw. A second. Strike two. One and two. If he's ready, outside. 2-2. Foul back again. We'll stay at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Is ball three. And that's foul. Patrick picked it up, but foul. We'll try it all over again. It's funny. Douglas stood the bat up for Travis. Right there on home plate. Guess there wasn't enough strong wind to blow that one over. That's lined out to right field, and grabbing it is Clark. That'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth. As we do, Sheldon leads it by 1 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
We've had a change out there, the official umpire trying to make sure that we know that there has been a pitching change. It looks like Cam Thomas is on the mound. Yep, that's number 2 for sure. So Thomas is on the mound.
Now batting for Panthers, number 3, Randy Patrick.
Patrick will lead things off against Thomas. And that's going to go right back into center field. And Thomas has the leadoff single.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Max Ely.
Ely will follow. Of course, Thomas has only one job. That one's pretty simple. Get outs. Doesn't make any difference how you do it either. That throw over way late. Strike 1. Panthers need a run. See if they can figure out how to do that. There's a bunt down. And that's a good bunt. They're only going to go to first base, and they will. They will get Ely at first. Moving down to second base is Patrick.
Number 15, Brady Clark.
Clark, who is 0 for 2. Let's see what he can get done against Thomas now with one away and the runner in scoring position. Ely credited with a sacrifice bunt. Thomas steps off. Everybody looks to for Sheldon. They all look to the dugout. Thomas faked it out to second, which is a good thing he simply faked it because there was nobody there. I was going to go to center field easily. Foul back. We are at 0-1. Clark not looking to sacrifice, unless it's by means of a fly ball to the outfield. Foul away again. Oh, and 2. Clark ready for the offering from Thomas. Strike 3.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 4, Cole Johannes.
Johannes 0 for 2, struck out once. Struck 1. Have to do something here. You got 2 away. Ground ball, unless it gets through, is of no particular value. Strike 2. Another foul. Johannes continuing to work the count. He's down 0-2. Swing and a miss. And there's the end of the inning. We head to the top of 7 as Sheldon tries to hold on to a 3-2 lead. We're back with more after this. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, even here on TableRockSports.net. Thomas, who took over in relief on the mound, is also at the plate and looks at ball 1. And ball 2. There's ball 3. Most of the ballpark wondering where that one was at, but it was really close. The 3-0 from Ely. Strike. A foul. That'll move us to a full count. 3-2. Another foul. Panthers that can hold Sheldon to this present score will have to figure out a way to get a run in. Foul ball, but hold everything.
It's outside. You did it. It's outside all the way out.
We're still at 3-2. There's ball 4.
Now batting for the Irish, number 1, Chad Turner.
Turner as the next batter. 0 for 3. There's strike 1. Ely's kind of slowed down here in the later innings. There's a throw over. Thomas is back pretty easily. That's out of play. 0-2. That's inside. 1-2. A 1-2 from Ely when he releases it. Now it's going to be popped up. And that's going to be pretty easy play right there for Clark. There'll be 2 away.
Number 0, Jackson Dexler.
I'll make that 1 away. That brings up Detzler. He's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Just a single and a conference. That might be pretty much it for Eli. Exactly it. So while we do this pitching change, we will take this timeout on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net.
Sports are in trouble, and officials are in extreme demand.
So we're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents, and community members. What it takes is attention to detail.
A positive attitude and respect for the game.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
Because the hard truth is,
no ref, no game. Play ball.
Out on the mound for South Medford is Isaiah Thomas. He'll see if he can't shut down Sheldon. Over the final 2/3 of this inning, he comes in with one runner on. That would be Thomas, the other Thomas from Sheldon, Chad Thomas. But an Isaiah Thomas on the mound. He does inherit a runner. He will be a lefty out there. I'll get all the signals straight for everybody. Take care of the housekeeping. Get the plate clean. And now we'll get Mr. Detzler to the plate. Lefty against lefty here. Eli, by the way, left the game. He did not go out and take a position in the field, as sometimes happens. There's ball one. The 0-1 from Thomas floats over for strike one. See that breaking ball from here, for crying out loud. Not sure Detzler even knew what to do with that one. There's a 1-1. He knows what to do with that one, except it's going to go foul. 1-2. And that throw over won't get Chad Thomas for sure. Detzler had stepped out. Now we're back in. Outside. 2-2. Thomas with the lead down at first. Thomas of Sheldon. Detzler looks at ball three. 3-2. Isaiah Thomas needs to find the strike zone. Throw over. Nothing going on there. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 away.
Now batting for the Irish, number 22, Andrew Rothman.
Rodman. See if he can keep the inning going for the Irish. The first pitch from Isaiah Thomas to Rodman is ball one. Rodman 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Ball 2. Roadman hasn't hit, have resulted in an RBI. Both pitchers have been stingy about letting runs across the plate. There's 3-0. The breaking ball floated high. Strike 2, or 1, make it 3-1. Roadman not too interested in swinging at that one. And there's another throw over. There's another throw. Thomas back pretty easily. The pitch grounded to Painter, who cannot handle it. It goes to second base and gets the out. Thomas overran the base. Painter fumbled it for a moment, but he saw that and immediately fired over there to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Panthers need a run as they trail by 1 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Hot pizza without breaking the bank? We've got you. At Abby's, get 2 personal pizzas for just $20. Pick your toppings, mix and match, make it yours. 2 for $20 at Abby's. Share something legendary.
Contractors know where to get the best deals on flooring for your home. And they'll tell you, no frills flooring. Southern Oregon's factory direct leader for hardwood, waterproof plank, laminate, carpet, and tile from the brands you trust. Get budget-friendly flooring from Cortec and Shaw today. Go to nofrillsflooring.com/deals. Isn't it time you save like a contractor? No Frills Flooring. Warehouse selection and factory direct savings for contractors and you too. Ross Anley Drive, Medford.
Craving hot pizza without breaking the bank? We've got you. At Abby's, get 2 personal pizzas for just $20. Pick your toppings, mix and match, make it yours. 2 for $20 at Abby's. Share something legendary.
We start the bottom of the 7th here on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net. 3-2 in favor of Sheldon. They put up 3 in the 5th inning. That's the only inning they scored in. As South Medford scored in the 1st and scored another one in the 2nd. But couldn't make the 2-0 lead hold up.
Number 6, Grady Clark.
Clark will lead things off for South Medford in need of a run. Thomas will be out on the mound for Sheldon. And Clark will take ball 1. And there's one that's going to go to second, gobbled up and fired over to first. Travis to Detzler taking care of that one easily. Detzler going to his right to get that one, but got it pretty easy. Actually, is because it'll be his left. Went to his left to get that one. That gets us to the top of the order in Painter. Hey, he'll look at ball one. And that's lashed out to center field, but there is Turner to grab it.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 8.
2 down.
Douglas.
That'll leave it up to Douglas. And Douglas is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Strike one. You're 1 inside. 1-1. Scoreboard has it at 2-1. No correction from the official yet. I may have to fix mine. That's lashed out to center field. We'll just forget all of that. As grounding second or first is Douglas.
Batting for the Panthers, number 1, Dalton Rutgers.
Rutgers is going to have to keep it alive here with 2 out. One on. Have to keep hitting the ball where nobody is. That's foul ball. 0-1. Foul the other way. 0-2. And we are down to the potentially the last strike here anyway. Thomas ready to deliver the 1-2. It's a bouncer to third. Fire over to first. Welch to Detzler. And it's a final here at Harry and David Field, Lithia and Driveway Fields, but in particular Harry and David Field, as Sheldon comes out with a 3-2 win over the South Medford Panthers. Stay tuned for the Know Your Role post-game show. You can visit travelmedford.org to see how this /Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better, and to learn about your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. We'll recap the scoring and we'll look at key stats. All of this coming up on the Know Your Role post-game show as you're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night here on TableRockSports.net.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to the Know Your Role post-game show. Take a look at how this game unfolding. It was a strong pitching is really what it was, as both sides struck out 7 batters. South Medford got onto the board first in the first inning when Dalton Rutgers singled, which scored a run. They added a run in the second. Easton Douglas tripled down the right field line. But Sheldon came back and captured the lead in the top of the 5th. After South Medford committed an error, Jackson Detzler then singled down the right field line, and Rodman singled to center field, each scoring 1 run. The other run was scored when Andrew Rodman singled, scoring the run. Cam Thomas earns the win for Sheldon. He allowed 6 hits and 2 runs over 7 innings, striking out 7, walking 4. Max Ely took the loss for South Medford. He went 6 1/3 innings, allowed 3 runs, 0 earned on 8 hits, striking out 6 and walking 1. Douglas and Rutgers were tough to handle in the lineup as each drove in 1 run for South Medford. Detzler and Rodman were also tough in the back-to-back lineup as each drove in a run for Sheldon. Bo Travis, the number 9 hitter for Sheldon, led the Irish with 2 hits in 3 bats, and the Irish also turned 1 double play in the game. So, that's the way it looks. Next up for South Medford, they're going up to Sheldon High School on Saturday to play the doubleheader, which will conclude the 3-game series for the season. We would like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank South Medford High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore game tonight on TableRockSports.net. You can visit TableRockSports.net to see when our next live high school sports events are scheduled. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard: Sheldon 3, South Medford 2. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Malik, I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching and good night from Lithia Drive and Fields in Medford, Oregon.